Ah, there we go. Can you see my computer screen? Yeah, you can. All right. Um, I need to minimize this real quick and then we'll get started. All right, let's get started. This is just the walkthrough of the code. Let me just go to VS Code for this part. We'll start with fire. So for the fire script, we have, obviously we just have the health of the fire, which starts at a basic 100. And then we have an extinguish function that basically just kills out the fire. Once the fire health reaches 0, it'll destroy that game object. Unfortunately, we have not been able to perfect this yet, so the implementation isn't really there. Like it's here, but when we test it out in the environment, the fire doesn't actually get destroyed. That may be an issue with the fire extinguisher code, because this is pretty basic. I couldn't see how this would be messed up. Or it could possibly just be with the way we have it set up within the scene view. Um, whether that be an issue with the colliders or whatever it may be. Honestly, I'm not sure yet. For the fire extinguisher code, we got a particle system, right? And that is the I don't know what you call it. It's the white stuff that comes out of the extinguishers, like the foam. That would be what the spray particle is for. Spray point as well. I made a spray point for the extinguisher, and that is the spot in which the particles come out from. It's supposed to simulate the end of it, but yeah. And we got a spray distance of 5, and then an extinguish amount of 25. So every time you hit the fire, it'll do 25 to its health. So essentially, you only need to hit it 4 times for the fire to go out. Um, yeah, so we got this. Just ensuring that the fire extinguisher doesn't spray on spawn. I do have it built like that within the scene view, so on awake is turned off, so it doesn't do that, but this is just more of a safety measure just to ensure that it doesn't start spraying on spawn. So there's that. And then here we have our logs, which I'm still trying to figure out how to display those because we can't see those once we're inside of the environment, unfortunately. Destroy. Yeah, just this basically just destroys it. Honestly, there's not much to say about this one. Um, Unactivated. Once you activate the trigger button, that's what starts the spray. So you click the trigger button and then start the spray, which is further down. You'll see that, and same here. Once you let go of the trigger, it stops the spray. And then update. This is just what it calls every frame. So if it's not spraying, it's like if it's not spraying, it goes out. It goes out of the function. And then this is how we are able to detect whether it's hitting the fire or not using a raycasting line. I'm sure you know what raycasting is, but essentially it's just like a line within the program that it'll show you. And then if that makes contact with the collider, in theory, the fire would go out. But again, it's not really working correctly. Um, just got some log commands. Start spray. This is what I was talking about earlier. If you're holding on to the trigger, then if spraying is true, and then it'll just spray. You'll see that in the video as well, the demonstration. Stop spray is pretty self-explanatory, much like the function right above it. It just stops spraying the fire extinguisher. VR debug display, I don't really want to spend too much time on this one because it's just not working at all. But essentially, I explained this in the demonstration video, but because many of our machines are not able to use the air link, we're never able to see the console logs either, because we're not able to straight up test from just clicking play within Unity. We have to build and run, and then we're testing in a separate environment essentially. So we're not able to see the console log commands. So in theory, I was trying to get this to show up within a Canvas system, um, and you would just see those log messages, whether they're errors or, um, it's just kind of saying what you're doing in the moment. But it's not working, so I really don't want to talk about this too much. But essentially, it's supposed to push those log messages into that separate environment so you can see them when you're using the VR. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop this video here. See ya.